As you are getting ready to apply for the upcoming diversity visa lottery, before you apply, I want you to watch this video very carefully because I'm going to break down important instructions which usually cause a lot of problems to many applicants. Either applicants are going to win and not be given the visa because of the mistakes or not following the proper instructions, but sometimes people are not even going to be taken into the selection stage of the diversity visa lottery because they have committed a very serious problems or mistakes in the DV lottery application. So I want to make sure that when you are going to apply in this October, DV2023 and the other DV lotteries coming up, you should know what are the key issues in the instructions. There are over 28 pages of instructions, and many people do not know these instructions. And some people, you believe a lot. Even someone in the cyber or internet cafe, you go there, they tell you, oh, just apply now. When you win, you can just add your family later. That person is there just for the money, and they don't want to use more minutes to make sure your application is complete. So before you go to trust anybody to apply for you, you must know these regulations so that whenever they want to change something, you know, say, no, the instruction doesn't say that way. I need to have this, this, and this. Welcome to the headquarters of opportunities at the EBMSCHOLARS. If today is your first time, please don't forget to subscribe and share this video to your friends. So, number one instruction is to figure out if you are eligible to apply. The eligibility. The eligibility to apply is based into two major parts. Number one is the country of birth, your nationality, or where are you originally from is the place of birth. Not a citizenship. Where were you born? I'm giving an example. Let's say you were born in Democratic Republic of Congo, but at that time you are a refugee, you are from Rwanda. You are a citizen of Rwanda. Still, your eligibility is based on the country of birth, which will be Democratic Republic of Congo, despite of your citizenship. That is very, very important. At the moment, there are certain countries are not eligible. I already made the video. I say most of these countries will be removed because the countries are not eligible because they have over 50,000 green card holders who were given green card in the past 5 years. But because of the pandemic and the immigration suspension, which started last year during the pandemic time, in April up to end of March this year, meaning there are so many people didn't get the green card, whatever way, whether it will be by marriage, whether it will be by family, or be by work, employment, or by lot, so they didn't get it. So many countries which were originally removed because they met they reached above the threshold which is required. Now they will be having lower number than the 50,000 in the last 5 years. So we'll see most of the countries being brought back. We'll see Bangladesh, we'll see maybe India, we'll see we'll be able to see Nigeria and other countries. We'll make the video later about that. So that is number one. The country of birth must be eligible country. But sometimes you can be eligible. Let's say you are from the country which is not eligible to apply, but your spouse is from another country, was born in another country. You can apply based on your spouse's countries of birth. You are allowed. So there are certain exceptions which are given there. So you have to know, first of all, are you eligible to apply based on the country of birth? Number two, part of the eligibility is the education and or work experience. You must have a minimum of high school education. If you don't have high school education, you need to have 2 years of qualifying work experience. So that is something you need to know that. Basically, you are supposed to have these 2 years of work experience on the day you are applying. You need to have high school on the day you apply. Nowadays, they are not that strict, so you can have experience even while you are waiting, whatever, you can include those work experience. But basically, according to the instruction, you are supposed to have on the day of applying. In the diversity visa lottery application form, there is no any place where you are going to add the work experience. Over there is just education. But nobody is going to be selected based on education. It's a random selection without basing on education level. So you can be a primary school, you can be a PhD, all have the same chance, same opportunity of applying and winning the diversity visa lottery. Another important instruction is about the age. People have been asking me, what is the age limit? Is there an age limit? Even when I was on the live stream 2 days ago, one person asked, can I apply for my child who is 9 years old? So let's use a logic. There is no minimum or maximum age. You can be 100 years old and you are allowed to apply for the diversity visa lottery. Obviously, there is no minimum age, but you have to use a common sense. This is an unwritten regulation. I advise people to apply when they are at least 17, because you need to have high school education. Obviously, very few people can have high school education, completed high school, the 12th grade at the age of 10 or 15, 12, whatever. Majority of them, they'll be 17 going to 18. Or you need to have at least a training and 2 years of qualifying work experience if you don't have high school. I'm okay. There are some people who are talented. They can be able to have used their skills maybe on YouTube or somewhere. But assume someone who is 12 years old has won the diversity visa lottery. That person is not going to bring the parent, I'm going to bring my father and my mother to America. No. When a parent wins, can come with their child. But when a child wins who is under the age of 18, as a minor, cannot bring the family. There is no, I'm going to bring my father and my mother. No. And remember, in America, if you are under the age of 18, you are minor. Being a minor, it means you cannot sign any contract. You cannot even have the phone. How do you go and get the phone from AT&T or T-Mobile? You can't. You have to sign a contract. You are a minor. How are you going to start a school? You are a minor. Even the late great Kobe Bryant, he finished high school at the age of 17. When he signed his first contract with the Lakers, he was not able to sign because he was a minor. The parents has to sign on behalf of Kobe Bryant. You are a minor. So you cannot come and survive here as a minor. Where are you going to stay? Who is going to sign on behalf of everything? So unless others you are 18, 17, yes, you can say until the lottery comes, the results, and everything will be 18 and above. But there is no maximum age. So that is something I want to clarify. Another important requirement is passport as a requirement. You must have a passport. Without a passport, please don't apply. Don't waste your time. Go and get a passport from now on. If you don't have the passport book, the actual passport book, go and get even what we call the temporary passport or emergency passport. By the way, refugees with the UNHCR passport or documentation with a passport number as a refugee, that one is allowed to, you can be allowed to use that one in the DV lottery application. If you don't have the passport, there are 3 exceptions only. If you don't have those, don't apply, which majority of you don't have. You must be a stateless. You are not a stateless, majority of you. If you are not a stateless, you must be coming from a communist-controlled country and you are unable to get the passport from that communist-controlled country, from that government. And if your country is not communist, there is no any African country which is a communist country, I'm giving an example. Then If you don't have that, you must have a letter of the waiver letter from the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Homeland Security of the United States of America, which you don't have. So don't apply. If you apply without a passport, you win. You'll go to the visa interview, you'll pay your money for the medical, you'll pay the money for the visa fee, and you'll be denied the visa because you lied. That is official instructions. You don't have the passport, get the passport. It doesn't matter even if your country has war. There is no that exception. Get even the temporary passport. If you can't get the passport, don't apply, because you'll win, you'll be denied, and you'll be upset with the US Embassy or the US government in general for your own mistakes. Another instruction is about the photo. These are the instructions. Number 1, don't wear your glasses. Don't. It's not allowed. From 2016, 2017, they removed the wearing of the glasses. So take off your glasses. The background must be white, not blue. Putting a blue, you'll be denied. The photo must be portrait like this, not looking this way. So don't take the photo and when you upload upside down. No. Don't go there and start doing crazy things. You are wearing the military uniform. No. Unless otherwise you are wearing hijab as a religion, and there is a way on how you can wear hijab. You cannot wear the burqa directly, like just eyes alone, to have the picture and assume that they will accept that one. No. There is a way on how you can use the, if you are basically, maybe you are a Catholic priest or you are a bishop, you have to wear those, your color and your uniform. Those are allowed on special occasion, like it's your part of your life. So those are the few things. On the photo, the weight of the photo has to be maximum 240 kilobytes. Don't use the photo you use in the previous year's DV lottery application. They say they will deny you the visa, but I haven't seen a person being denied. The purpose of using the photo, they say not older than 6 months, is because they want to see you as a latest person, especially for the kids. They can grow so fast. There are so many changes, but elders who don't change much. So there are those few things. My nephew, I applied for my nephew using the previous lottery photo. He won and he was given the visa. But the instruction is very clear, so don't go on the luck. Make sure that you get the new photo to apply. And get the photo of all your children, if you have children. If you are married, the photo of your spouse. No matter how the age of the child, even if it's 1 year old, there is a procedure on how you can take a photo of a minor or of the baby. You have to take a photo. You don't drop a shadow. You don't drop this. All those things are very crucial for you to follow. I will make a separate video on how you can edit the photo to make sure that that photo meets the requirements. Then, there is the issue of children. The question says as follows. Do you have, it says number of children. You can put 0, 1, 2, 3. So by children here, we mean the following. We mean your biological children. We mean the children who are stepchildren. That means you got married to a person while you have children. So, or you get married to a person, that person has children, so you are stepchildren. Those children are allowed to be added in the DV lottery. Then, if you have adopted a child, by adoption, it's very clear. You must have legal documents to prove that you have adopted a child. Not a child of your neighbor, not a child of your father or your brother because he's died, whatever. No. Must be adopted by legal documents from the court of law. Those are the ones you're going to add there. They don't care. Someone asks, what if I'm married but I have a child out of marriage? They don't care. The point is your biological child. You can prove it's your child. They have no problem with that. They don't care whether you are married, whether you are not married. They want to see, is this your child? They don't care whether you are a single father or you're a single mother. They don't care. So if you say you have 0 child, while you have a child and you win, you come to add that child, you will be denied the visa automatically. The reason why someone, despite of winning, will be denied the visa, number 1, is when you apply, you say you have 0 child, and after winning, you bring children, you have these 3 kids. But if children are born after applying the DV lottery, there is no problem with that. If a child is born after, there is no problem. You can add that child. Then there is the issue of marriage. Are you married? Are you unmarried? Are you divorced? So put the correct marital status. There is no status as boyfriend and girlfriend. There is no status of fiancé. There is no that status. So don't put anybody who is not your spouse. If you are unmarried, you put unmarried. Does that make sense? But let's say you are married, you and your spouse is a US citizen or a green card holder, there is a tick to put it there because they will not need the green card. You don't need to upload their photo. The same way to the child. You have a child who is American citizen or a child who is a green card holder already. You don't need to add that child at all, and there is no problem. You can add it, you cannot add, because that child doesn't need another green card or doesn't need, is already a US citizen, there is no problem. So don't go and put the person is your girlfriend to say is your spouse. You think that you are going to win. We say people who are married, they have the higher chance of winning in the sense that a husband applies as the main applicant and says is married to person B, and the person B is going to apply with a passport as main applicant is married to person A. That means you have 2 chances. But if you say you are married and you are the only one with a passport to apply, you are just like any other person, like a single. So don't go and say, oh, if I say I'm married, they are going to select only married people. No. Don't go and fake there. What if you have a traditional marriage? Still is a marriage. You go and put you are married, and then when you win, you can go into process getting the marriage certificate from your government. That is very important. Another important thing is, failure to put or to lie about your marital status. You get caught, you are going to be disqualified. You are not going to be given the visa. Then there is the issue of people trying to apply many times. Nowadays it's very good. If you apply, you go to apply again, they tell you your information is already in the system. So you go ahead and you know. But previously they didn't have that notification. So even if you have done a mistake on the spelling or the year of birth or whatever it is, don't go and apply for the second time because you'll be automatically disqualified. Remember, your passport number is there, your full name is there. For them, they will detect you are trying to bypass the system. So no matter what mistake you have done, there is no way to correct it. You'll come to correct it after winning on the DS260. I did a mistake, for instance, when I applied for my nephew for the date of birth. I put the wrong date of birth, but there was no problem after winning. I went and put the correct one when for the visa DS260, which is the immigrant visa form that it was, it went through. Then another important thing is about the confirmation number. Once you apply and completed, it says success. That means you have completed the application. If you have completed the application, they say print out. If you have a printer, you can print out. But don't write that one by a pen. It's not written there. Take a picture. Take that picture. Send it to yourself on your email. Take that picture. Send that picture to your friend. Or print out and put with your passport and your transcript. Your university, your college's documents, your baptism documentation. That means you don't lose that. Even if you can be able to retrieve the confirmation number, if you lose it, there is a problem. Sometimes there might be a problem on how to retrieve it. So the better way, don't lose it. And don't write by a penny, because there is a higher chance of confusing between I and 1, 0 and O. Whatever number can be able to confuse and write in a wrong way. So that is something else you needed to know about the application for the diversity visa lottery. Those are very, very important instructions. You need to know them. But there are a few other things which usually come here and there. Someone is a Muslim, has 3 wives. Are you going to apply 3 times? No. You are applying yourself and you put 1 wife. There is no option. Like if you say you have 5 kids, there is 5 boxes happen. But marriage is just 1. You cannot say 2 wives and you can come with them, because it is illegal in the United States to have more than 1 wife. It's illegal. So we put 1. But what if your spouses, you are married with 4 wives, they can apply and say they are married to you, each one. So whatever someone wins can come with you, but you cannot put multiple wives over in the application. So those are some of the important instructions you need to know. I usually tell people, make sure that if you ask someone to fill the form for you, make sure that the person knows, and make sure that the person doesn't scam you. Make sure you have your own email address. Write your own email address. Create a new email address if you want. Because allowing someone to have your case number, to have your email address, to use their own email address, they can go and you win and can be scamming you. I know so many people have been scammed for this particular situation. You win, they say, don't give this information until you pay me something. Or you go to the internet cafe, the cyber, someone says, oh, you have 4 kids, just let's apply for you. When you win, you can come to bring them. The cyber person, the internet cafe person doesn't know this instruction about children or marital status. Oh, don't have the photo doesn't meet the requirement. It's the last day, let's do this quick. No, don't do quick, because it will come to cost you a lot. Make sure you have the photo, make sure everything is ready to go in order to apply. It is very simple to apply on your own. You are the person who knows about yourself than any other person. There is no any person who has a technique on how to win. If God wants you to win, it doesn't matter whether you apply, whether I apply for you. If God wants you to win, you'll win. So that is very, very important. Don't you force, oh, because someone is in America, let's apply for me. No, it doesn't matter where someone is. Doesn't matter whatever it is. If God wants you to win, you'll win. So don't be scammed. Don't be, oh, because I'm in America, pay me more, I can apply for you. It is very simple application. Write your name, last, first, middle, date of birth, place of birth, nationality, where you are right now, the address, all those kind of things, number of children. You know those kind of things. Why do you need someone to fill it for you? You can fill it by yourself. So those are the few things I want to make sure that you understand. So I believe you have understood these regulations. Share the video to others so that they know for sure what it takes to follow the proper procedures, so that even if they win, they are going to make sure that they're successful, than winning and be denied the visa because of the mistakes, or not even being considered at all because you applied it twice, or you use the wrong background, or you wear the glasses instead of those few things which you can make some mistakes. So thank you so much for your continued support of the EBM Scholars.